So good to be back in our New York City studio after such an amazing week in Orlando for the AKC National Championship. We had so much fun. We met so many cool people and dogs. We produced about 35 hours of live content for you. So between the ACE Award winners, the confirmation events, the sporting events, a Guinness World Record being broken, and of course, the new winner of Best in Show, Whiskey the Whippet. So much to remember and so many good memories. Well, to kick off 2019, we have Dr. Diane Brown, the CEO of the AKC Canine Health Foundation, joining us. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
And to start off, I'm going to pass him to you because he seems like he wants to come say hi.
Yes.
And I know you have some treats over there, so that will be great to keep him occupied. So most people don't know what the AKC Canine Health Foundation is. Dr. Brown, if you could tell us about that.
Yes, we are a nonprofit foundation that funds research solely focused on the health of dogs. And the AKC started the foundation in 1995, and we've been going strong since then, funding research solely for dogs internationally.
And so you guys do a lot of great work, something that you're working on right now. Correct me if I'm saying it wrong, the Hemangio Research Initiative.
Hemangiosarcoma, yes. Hemangiosarcoma, that's a tough word for a tough disease. It is a common, unfortunately, form of cancer in dogs.
And it's very aggressive, right?
It's very aggressive, and usually once an owner knows that their dog has hemangiosarcoma, unfortunately it's already spread.
And so this is not only something that dogs get, but we're also seeing humans get this type of cancer as well.
It's a rare cancer in people, and it has a bit of a different presentation. It's usually less aggressive in people, not always, but it's a kind of a different presentation.
How can you explain it to people who have, maybe like me, never heard of the term before now?
Sure, and the word itself is built on hemangio, meaning blood vessel, sarcoma meaning cancer, and it originates in the blood system. So the blood vessel lining cells develop this cancer, and that's part of why it's so sneaky in how it grows. So it's growing in the spleen or the liver or the heart, areas in the dog and the body that are rich in blood vessels.
And in your career as a veterinarian, is this something that you saw pretty frequently?
We used to see it occasionally. It's been an important cancer in dogs for many years, but it does seem to be on the rise. We are seeing it much more frequently, I would say, than we used to.
Is this something that targets certain breeds, or how do dogs get it?
So it's really non-discriminatory. It affects mixed breed dogs, purebred dogs, any dog can get it. We typically have seen it in the larger breeds, so the German Shepherd dogs, the Golden Retrievers, but now it really, again, it doesn't discriminate. We've seen it in medium and small sized dogs. Small dogs in general don't get as much cancer as larger dogs, but this cancer is really not a breed specific cancer. It is truly a cancer of all dogs.
And for the AKC Canine Health Foundation, I know a lot of your work is really, you need donations to continue that. And so far, this past year, the AKC has actually matched a donation of $250,000 That's such a huge number. What were you able to do with that money?
That's exactly right. We launched this hemangiosarcoma research initiative in 2018, and that started by being able to kick it off with this match funding from the American Kennel Club. We are grateful to them as a partner. With that money, we turn that money directly around into research projects to address hemangiosarcoma in dogs.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming you guys have a lot on the horizon for 2019. What are some goals you can tell us about?
We do. So we spent a lot of effort in 2018 fundraising for hemangiosarcoma, and we were able to raise more than $600,000 in a very short time period to put toward this disease. So now we're looking at the research projects that are submitted to us, and we evaluate those and select the best ones. We find and fund the best research that's going to help dogs with the disease. And this has been a cancer for which there's been very little progress in extending survival or having novel treatments. And so we're really thinking outside the box, and this money helps us to do that.
And just something for people to note now, this is a 4-star Charity Navigator rating in the 501c3 category. So this is really something that people can trust if they're donating to and they know where their money's going.
Absolutely. We are transparent with our finances. We can demonstrate where every dollar goes. And we have really excellent ratings that meet the industry, really exceed the industry standards for where your money goes. And it goes to our programs, which we cover diseases across the board. We look at whole dog health. And with this particular initiative, this was something that we identified that really needed some additional resources.
And if people are looking to get involved and donate, and maybe this speaks to them, this cause, how can they do so?
So there are several ways. Of course, what's most helpful is to make a donation. That can be done at our website, which is akcchf.org. Ways to help is what you click on to link to the donate page. But other ways too are to spread the word about this, use our educational resource materials to help to educate people, participate in research studies. We're often funding studies at different parts of the country, and if people are in that locale, being able to participate in a clinical trial can be really important to progress the research as well as for the health of the dog.
And it could just be a great way for you to learn more about it if you don't know about the cancer.
That's absolutely right, because in addition to funding research for the health of dogs, the other part of our mission is to provide educational materials and disseminate the information that we learn on these diseases.
Dr. Brown, that's all for us today. Thank you so much for joining us and explaining it to us, and we've learned a lot here today. Happy to have you with us.
Thank you.
And also something else you should all know. In 2004, the AKC Canine Health Foundation, it became the largest foundation in the world to fund exclusively canine health studies. As you can see and as you can hear, they do some great work. Well, we all know the saying, new year, new me. We hear it every January, but although it's quite cliche, a new year does bring around some new changes. This time, we're talking about changes in the pet industry. Sherelle Starr has the latest in pet trends to kick us off for this new year.
We are here at the Pet Trends Media Showcase in New York City to check out all the latest must-haves for your dog in 2019. So if you're looking for an easy way to tidy up after your furry friend, or just stick to meal schedules, we've got all the products you need to see. Let's check them out. So I'm here with Lauren, Marketing Director of WAG, and you guys make an entire suite of connected devices for pet lovers. So what do you have here today?
Yeah, no, thank you for having us. We have our full connected suite of devices here with us today. We have our flagship device, our collar, our feeder, and our door, along with our treat dispenser, highlighting them all at the show today.
So tell me a little bit about this.
Yeah, so our feeder's in market right now, and this is our smart feeders, where you can accurately dispense the right amount of food at the right time. Also, be able to dispense food when you're stuck late at work.
And I think this is really great because you can also keep your dog on a set feeding schedule.
It also works really well with our collar as well. It's featured here on Bruce. Say you go on a hike, and your dog Bruce gets a little bit more extra workout in a given day, then you can be able to accurately dispense the right amount of food based off of his or her activity level.
That's absolutely amazing. So you can make sure your pet is always getting the right amount, no matter their activity level.
Right.
So I love this. Thank you so much. So I'm here with Zell, CEO and founder of Diggs, and you have just rewritten the rule book on the Perfect Pet Crate. Tell me a little bit about it.
Sure. So this is Revel. Crates today tend to be ugly, hard to use, unsafe, and hard to transport, bulky.
Yes.
So we tried to solve all of those problems. We think we've come up with the perfect pet crate, as you said. So I'll go through a few of the features, but what's particularly unique about it is how easy it is to collapse and transport with you. So I'll start there.
Okay.
All you do is turn the ceiling handle 90 degrees.
Okay.
And the whole thing just collapses into itself.
Oh, wow.
Now, if you want, you can. There's wheels in the back, so you can just roll it with you. Personally, I prefer the handle on the side, just because it's like a suitcase you can walk around with it.
And then how heavy is this?
23 pounds.
Oh, it's not too bad.
No. And then to put it back up, it's just the exact same, and that's it.
And what's a larger size dog that can fit in here?
This is for dogs up to 30 pounds.
Okay.
And we have larger sizes on the way. Our medium, which is for dogs up to 50 pounds, will be coming out in April.
Okay.
And the large size for dogs up to 75 pounds is coming out in the summer of 2019.
And then how much is this pet crate?
$224.99.
So absolutely perfect on the price and great for a holiday gift.
That's right.
I'm here with Vicki, the PR specialist of Anchor Innovations. And Vicki, you've got this amazing little robot that like cleans up automatically.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this.
So Eufy is our smart home brand, and here is the Eufy RoboVac. It is Wi-Fi connected, and it also works with Alexa and Google Assistant. You can just simply control it with the app called our Eufy Home, and it is very ideal for family with pets and kids because it is the slimmest and quietest RoboVac in the market.
Where can you buy this?
It is available on Amazon for the retail price of around $299 now.
I'm doing a pretty good job.
Yes, good job, buddy.
I'm here with Kelly with the Our Pets company, and you actually have one of the most durable chew toys on the market. Tell me a little bit about this.
We have our line of Jurassic dog toys. They're made in the USA from a very durable, pet-friendly TPE that is mechanically bonded to this mountain climbing rope. So it's not a typical cotton rope that you would find in stores.
So when you say like very durable, like this particular rope though, it's water resistant, right? It's not gonna get like wet and smushy and slobbery.
So it's not necessarily water resistant, but is made to get wet, right?
Okay.
So it will float.
Okay.
It is made for tough tugging, and it's also made for fetch. So it's not that it won't get wet. It will get wet, but you're not going to see a molded cotton rope.
How long does a toy like this last?
We expect this to last you for quite some time, probably a year to 2 years before you would ever think about needing to replace this.
And all of your toys are made in the USA?
So all of these toys are made in the USA. Like I said, pet-friendly TPE that is sustainably sourced here in the United States, as well is made right next door to us in Pennsylvania.
Thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you.
This is really amazing, all the different tech trends that we got to see for 2019. What inspired you to set this up?
Well, you know, it's so interesting because we all lead such busy lives, and tech is changing the way we live on a minute-to-minute basis. And now that's going to trickle down to our four-legged family members.
Well, that is so true, and we're so glad that we were able to see it all. Where can people find more information about this?
Really, you can find more information about the pet media showcases at pettrendsevents.com.
So Charlotte, thank you again for having us. This was amazing. Back to you, Marissa.
You know, Sherelle, I know Christmas is over, but if you're thinking you want to get me anything, that Robo Vacuum might be a great idea because my dog sheds everywhere. All right, well, this Saturday, AKC TV is bringing you the 2018 National Lure Coursing Championship. See some of the country's fastest sight hounds do what they were bred to do. That is chase their prey. Learn all about the sport of lure coursing. Find out who is this year's national champion. Of course, that is Saturday, January 12th at noon Eastern Time. That's replays all weekend long if you miss it, only on AKC TV. And we haven't done this in a while, but it is time for Good Dog TV to go off leash and ask a question, right? What is your dog's homecoming greeting?
Both of us, he runs up to the door.
Runs up,
Yeah.
gives a big stretch, and then just pounce.
He'll just go like that.
Just like that.
Like when you open the door, he's like, because he has the most expressive eyebrows, you know?
Yo, where you been at? It's just been 5 minutes, but where you been? I missed you.
Dean gets really excited and he shakes his butt, and then he rolls over and wants his tummy scratched. Well, I can't quite jump that high, but it's total chaos.
These people are so committed. I love that. Zook was even growling at the camera there. He saw those people trying to act like dogs. That was awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Marissa Sarback, and thank you to my co-host Zook. He's been very good. So be sure to download AKC TV on Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. AKC TV, sit, say, watch.